Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, why not click on that button and ring the bell so you can get notifications of whenever I'm dropping content on the channel. And now onto the topic of this video. We are already in May. The year 2023 is going quickly. Let's have a look at everything going on in the next few weeks. So we're currently in off season. Hope everyone's enjoying the time off from the craziness that is Eden. Lots going on though from the devs this week, so I want to go through everything as quickly as possible. So let's go straight into, first off, into the mail. What's coming up in May? Well, first off, we've got the All-Star Championship in Battlefield of Honor. Of course, most of us try and get onto Battlefield of Honor on a Friday, and at the moment, obviously, you can play across the 4 different time zones. In All-Star Championship, they are finally putting some structure to what you're doing in Battlefield of Honor. So in this contest, the renowned and formidable Order of the Knights from across the Empire will gather together to compete for the trophy of the All-Star Champion. The entire championship will last a total of 3 months, with 3 stages in total: qualifying matches, knockout matches and the final. Considering the different seasons in which the Lords are in, the Battlefield of Honor All-Star Championship will be divided into 5 divisions, each of which will produce 1 All-Star Champion, and the rewards for each division will be independent. So 5 teams we will have 5 winners. In each battle, provinces in the same division will receive some attribute bonuses based on the seasons they are in to ensure a more balanced competition. Yeah, I think this is a good thing. We needed something more competitive, with obviously things like KE just being an exchange fest these days, Eden seasons ending in negotiations. Okay, we have hero duels, for instance, but that's very, very old game mechanic. So just developing Battlefield of Honor, it's going to be interesting to see what they do, and hopefully they would just run this every 3 months. I think that would be fair. Also, I do wonder how they will do it in terms of the time zones. Like, how would you, if you're getting through to the final, what time will the final be on? Like, would it be plus 14, plus 20, etc.? So I think there's still a few questions unanswered about the mechanic, and it's got to hopefully be fair for everyone. But on the face of it, it seems like a good thing. What else is coming up in May? We have Legion Arena, which just seems to be a cross between Heroes Duel but at the arena, because a new arena mode will be available soon. Join the combat and aim for the top. Imperial Guards adjusted, so this is the T10, where they're lowering the requirements to unlock the Imperial Guards, helping you basically obtain that quicker. I know that this is not good news for spenders, particularly those who have invested a lot in gaining their T10s as quickly as possible. But for everyone else, obviously, it will be good news. If you're having to use less Orichalcum, for instance, or maybe whatever other consumables are required for a T10, then being able to unlock it quicker, that would help readdress the balance. So I'm guessing for the majority of the community, that is actually a positive. Mother's Day event. Now, the American US Mother's Day is the 14th of May, and I know most of the world do celebrate it on Sunday the 14th of May. So we're going to have a few events on for a limited time. I'm guessing it's a participate in the event every day to grab tons of rewards. Maybe it'll be on for like a 4 or 5 day event at the end of next week. In the UK, we actually celebrate Mother's Day on the 19th. Well, it's the 3rd Sunday of Lent, which this year was the 19th of March. So for those of us like me who live in the UK, it's not Mother's Day, but for the rest of you, I'm sure it will be. At least they're doing something. The more events we get, the more kind of free stuff we can obtain, the better, right? And then finally, we've got Hero Combo Compendium, or Hero Atlas as they're calling it. So this seems to be potentially a kind of index of information, or as I say, a compendium of information about heroes. I'll be interested to see what they do in regards to this. Like, we already have obviously on the heroes some basic information about them in their info section on the top right hand corner, like their stories. And also recently, as we can see from Lawman, for instance, they've got the recommended formation icons and information on it with a bit of actual proper information about the formation and how it works. So for every single hero, so they have put that work in as well. So basically people like me and Pablo could be defunct, retired at this rate. So yeah, lots of kind of nothing major. I mean, they haven't. I think I'm interested to see what's going to happen for X16. I don't know. They're not saying that we are due X16. What next week is it going to be? Warm up week, sign up week. Sorry, I guess. And there's no information on what mode we're going to get. I know like those states in the 700s were trialing the new Royal format, 8-way faction format, but that was still in a test phase. So I'm wondering if we might not see a new format for this coming season, which would be a shame, but I'm just guessing there. It's a complete guess on my part. Let's look at everything else that has been released this week. So we've had lots coming out. So we have season preparation on the right hand side here. Nothing really new about this. You've got a hero rally event, which will allow you to use some of your, if you've got the S1 to 4 tickets or the X1 to 14 recruitment tickets, then you can obviously use them and obtain hero XP and the fragments. We're up to hero fragment selection ticket 9. That goes all the way up to the SX14 heroes. That's pretty standard. They probably won't upgrade that until the end of next season or once we're into next season. We also have Gift Between Allies, which is, of course, the hero fragment exchange within your alliance. You can only still make one request a day. It is still only a maximum of 5 per day. You can gift, obviously, fragments to your fellow alliance members up to 10 a day, and unfortunately this is only on for a week this time, so you're only going to be able to obtain 35 fragments of that chosen hero. And again, it's not every hero. You know, I would have hoped that we could have had everything up to say the SX14 heroes, as we've just finished SX15, but it's not the case. It's still restricted. I have passed on feedback about that previously, so it's a bit of a disappointment that nothing's been changed in that regard. And then they've felt the need to do a crack the puzzle event. You know, this is just where you kind of have to complete the task. Each puzzle has a task you have to complete. Once you completed the line, you get an individual reward for each piece of the puzzle. And then if you complete the line, you get the reward at the end. You can see there's 3 super recruitment tickets available here, and in the jackpot you get another 2. So it is possible to get 5 super recruitment tickets, but you do have to purchase some gems as every time. So it's not, you can't, obviously if you're free to play, you can't get all the benefits from that. So that is the season preparation. If we then look up at the top, we've got the Clear 'em All event on for a couple of days. I always love trying to beat level 2 but can never seem to do it. We've got Spring Comeback. So this is your kind of the same event where you have to collate your items up to level 4. And then once you've done that, you can exchange them for prizes. You can still send requests to your alliance members for what type of level gift you require. You're going to be accumulating these in 2 different ways. Of course, if you're a spender, you can purchase them in packs. Otherwise, for the rest of us, it's Wild Marauders in the Benefit Center. And this is all to do with rallies. So you need to be up getting as many rallies as you can to get your Gerbera, which is just, well, we call it a daisy here in the UK. But let's have a look at quickly what prizes you can obtain. Well, there is the chance, and remember this is only a chance in these Precious Hero Collection packs, to obtain the Christmas Carol hero skin, which is a Mortal's hero skin if you didn't get it in the Christmas events. There is also the opportunity to unlock and get some chances to try and get Cow's Lucky General hero skin as well, if you want to try for those. Otherwise, there's the opportunity to get up to 1600 Orichalcum. You can pick up some biography seals, 25 at a time for that. And then obviously if you've got any spare, you can get resources. So for me, I would guess most people are going to go for the Orichalcum because this is such a low chance from these. I think it's like 1.8% chance. You're very unlikely to get them, but you never know. There is Each time you get 6 chances, and there's up to 50. You can actually obtain up to 300 chances, which really should be enough. But unless you're a spender, you're not going to obtain all of these. And is that actually the most cost-effective way of obtaining these skins? At least, well, I guess if you don't have a mortal, it might be, because we don't know when he's going to come back again or be available again, because he doesn't seem to appear in the Hero Skin Returns events, which are regularly on. We've got Boudica back in Lucky Wheel this week as well, so if anyone's still looking to get copies of this exclusive hero, again, don't forget she needs 34 copies. Again, so this is like a spender-only event, really, unless you get lucky with some of the red crystals you have from previous wheels, then you might pick up a copy of her, but realistically you're not going to. I have done a video on her, which I will be releasing later in the week, probably on Hero Day, I think, so come back and check that out, where I've done some testing with her. We also have a new pendant in the game this week, all new baby dragon, which is quite cute, little animation here, getting a bit dizzy as it's floating around. You're only getting a 1.9% chance to obtain the baby dragon from the packs, and as always, these pendants give additional might and resistance, and the permanent attribute is an extra 1.5% HP in non-siege battles, which obviously that would be helpful in Eden on tile battles, etc. For you spenders out there as well, there is May Day bonus. So this is our latest cumulative spending event. Couple of things to highlight here is that you get war badges and also plenty of virtue badges for your specialization towers, several thousand actually. I think it's over 5,000. There's lots of super recruitment tickets and gems back as usual, VIP points. At level 9, once you've purchased 660,000 gems, you will get a selectable Legion skin pack with these options available. And then at level 11, there is a selectable pendant pack as well, which includes things like the dragon carb, the baby ghost, etc. So if you've missed one of those on the previous event, and you're someone that wants to collect all of them, that'll give you a chance. Obviously, lots and lots of super recruitment tickets, and as I say, virtue badges coming back at these. Dragon Master upgrading chest will give you a lot to get up to plus 15 on one of your gear. And then finally, level 13, for those who are willing to, who have got the deep pockets, can obtain 2 million gems from packs. You will get the Snow White wings, permanent wings. These are the latest wings in the game, which have this kind of popping halo animation. As usual with these wings, they are really strong. One of the strongest kind of extra attribute items you can get in the game. It's giving you an extra 12% siege defense might, 12% siege defense resistance, 2% damage, and the permanent attributes, an extra tactical resistance in non-siege battles of 10%, and 1.5% for siege attacker damage. So, attacker damage, if you've got these equipped, an extra 3.5%. So, yeah, I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of spenders going after those. And of course, you're getting your advanced bio seals as well for those spenders that have got your kind of limited edition skins. So that's May Day bonus. That's on for another 12 days. So up until the 14th, the first 2 weeks of May, that's available. Something else for everyone is war preparation, which is your firework type event. So with this, it's just before the season. We saw a similar type of event before SX16. So we have our usual common, and then noble, and then royal badges. So for noble, you're getting 1,200 orichalcum and 120 blaze-stone. That's one of the more generous noble badge options available that we've seen. And then for the deluxe offer, as they're calling it, the royal badge, you're getting 300 words of truth. Obviously, on top of what you're getting for the others, you're also getting 1,500 virtue badges. They're really pushing these specialization towers. But the biggie is, of course, the SX16 Hero Fragment chest. So it can be opened in the designated season once we start SX16. Open it to receive 200 random hero fragments of the season. One thing to note is that obviously this is a 20 level event. And for the common rewards, you're only getting 30 orichalcum, 50, so that's 80 180 and 330 orichalcum in total for common. But often with these level 20 events, actually you can't get to level 20 unless you're spending, because the way to obtain what are we getting this time? It's these scrolls, so that you can either get them in the bundle or from the Age of Empires event in the Benefits Center. And this is your usual 5-day event. There'll be 3 different sections open each day. So yesterday was gathering resources, stocking up from the gathering, and then today we've had helping your alliance start with that, using speed ups and killing marauders. This will get you various amounts of military reserves which can be used in the event. And I've got 96 so far, so we'll quickly zap through these 96 and see how many levels I obtain from them, just to give you an idea if you're still looking, guys. So that's all of them, and that's got me up to, what's that, level 7, level 9. So I'm up to level 9. So maybe level 20 will be achievable. It depends how much this jumps, the requirement jumps, once you get between levels 10 and level 20. But obviously, if you can get to level 20 reasonably easily, then, you know, paying whatever it is, like £25 or about $30 to get a guaranteed copy of a hero, that is very good value on top of all the other rewards. So if you're a medium spender and you're only looking to spend $50 this month, this might be one of the events that you give serious consideration to. So that's War Preparation. And there is also another Cumulative Purchase event for spenders. If you're spending up to 120,000 gems, you'll get this amount of orichalcum. It's only just over 12, what is it, around 1,200? Maybe not even that. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it. I guess if you'll automatically be spending gems to, if you're doing the May bonus event, so you would get it. So I guess that's not too bad. Also, we have this little mole kind of interactive decoration in the game. So you can buy these packs that will give you the chance to obtain it. It's going to improve your training speed, which it will do from level 1 just 0.1%, but it maxes at 0.88%. So that is probably, again, if you're like a medium to high spender, I'm sure people are going to be going for that. And let's just go quickly into our mail to see a bit more information on this. So as the devs have put here, interactive decorations available. Place 9 mole decorations in the form of a 3x3 grid, and you'll see a play button appear in its center. Tap play to start the game, hit the moles to receive gold. Lords who participate in the Whack-A-Mole event will have a mole icon above their names on the decoration leaderboard. You may tap the icon to go to their castles and play the minigame. After each round of the minigame, you'll see the point ranking, which will be displayed permanently. Upgrade the mole to have a different appearance. The max level mole will put on a gold armor, which will provide you with more points as well. So there we go, guys. That is interactive little moles. So that's kind of everything I wanted to cover in terms of updates of stuff going on, new things being released this week. Of course, we have been going to our mines for the last couple of weeks, and I do want to just touch on like some of the feedback I've had from that. Like with these mines, it looks like you only get about 5 a day, and you'll probably see that a lot of players are already now maxing the level of their Fortress of Glories. That's not a good example. This Fortress of Glory is level 5, though most active players in my alliance, for instance, are reaching level 5 on their Fortress of Glories. Why is that causing such an issue? Well, of course, at level 5, the max level, you unlock your second mining queue. So, and these mines only accommodate 100 queues at a time. So, if you've got 50 players all with 2 miners, then their max, that's that mine maxed. You can only have 50 players to a mine, and they're only putting about 5 mines on a map each day. The issue it's causing is that obviously, if you're like me in the UK or Europe time zones, or Africa time zones, reset for us is 2 a.m, 3 a.m. in the morning, depending what time it is in the year. You're not going to get up at 3 a.m. to set up your miners for your mine for the day. And it's just another disadvantage with having this static reset time. You know, we have issues with it with Eden as well. We've talked about it many times. This is now an additional implication of it. I really would like to see the devs there's 2 easy fixes for this. You either just put more mines on the map, so that everyone can put their mining queues into the mines, or you do a fairer system where, or say that the mines don't appear until you don't have to change reset. You could just have it that 1 week the mines appear at reset. 1 week they appear at +6, the next week at +12, the next week at +18, the next week at +24. Sorry, at reset again, obviously. That way you would have a fair spread around the world of people being able to access the mines. Of course, there is one other workaround with this, that if you have someone in your alliance that you trust, or another player that you trust because you've been playing with them for a long time, and you're happy to give them your login details to your account, then you can obviously, and they are in like a time zone where they're awake at reset, then they could of course place your miners for Fortress of Glory and your miners for that day to get you started if you're going to be asleep because it's the middle of the night. But again, I would like to emphasize that I would only suggest doing that if you've got someone you really trust, and you maybe only do that agreement for a short period of time, and you change your PIN and make sure your account's secure. Because again, I don't want to condone like giving access to accounts, because you never know what might happen. But that is an option for you if you wanted to take it. So there we go, guys. That is everything I wanted to cover in this video. It's been a long one. I hope I've tried to cover as much as I could, as quickly as I can. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on the new modes coming this month. What do you think about Battlefield of Honor All-Stars Championship? Are you pleased that there's something a bit more with a more competitive edge coming to the game? Are you happy that the devs are finally giving a bit more information on heroes after we've kind of been finding our own way with them for the last 4.5 years? And what are your thoughts on T10 as well? Are you a spender? Are you unhappy that they've reduced they're going to be reducing the requirements? What do you free-to-play players think? Small spenders think? Please do pop your comments in the comment section down below. If you have liked this video as well, please do click on that like, and if you could share this video on my channel in your Alliance chat, Province chat, and through Line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.